Go. Hello student, already I started chapter that is anatomy in flowering plant. In this chapter, in my previous class, already I discussed that anatomy means internal structure of the plant. Internal structure of the plant is made up of tissue, and this tissue is divided into two categories. One is known as meristematic tissue and the second one is known as permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue is again subdivided into three categories, that is known as apical, intercalary and the lateral. These three is known by, or you can understand by one common term, that is Ali. Already discussed about this thing. After that there is permanent tissue, and permanent tissue is attaining the permanent shape, size and structure. This permanent tissue is again divided into simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. So, in the category of the simple permanent tissue and the complex permanent tissue, we already discussed about whole things. Now, my dear student, here we are discussing about the meristematic tissue. Now, today my agenda is to discuss about the characteristic of meristematic tissue, and we know that the meristematic tissue is formed from the root tip or shoot tip. So we will draw the diagram of the root tip or shoot tip so that you can understand the concept. This is our today agenda. So student, let's start. That is the meristematic tissue. Number one, that meristematic tissue, number one, it continuously dividing. It will divide and continuously dividing. This is number one characteristic of the meristematic tissue. Continuously dividing. After that, my dear student, this meristematic tissue will contain primary cell wall. It consists primary cell wall, and this primary cell wall is present because it will help in attaining the flexibility and help in cell division, help in the division of the tissue. So it is present. As you know that there are three type of wall: primary, secondary or tertiary. But here you can only see there is a presence of primary cell wall. After that, my dear student, that is the third number category, that the nucleus is prominent. This nucleus is prominent, and this nucleus help in doing the cell division in very simple way. So here nucleus is also prominent. Nucleus prominent. After that, my dear student, the cytoplasm is there. And this cytoplasm is dense and it will contain the nutritive substance, so that the new tissue will get that nutritive substance, and it will help in the division process in a simple way. So here dense cytoplasm with nutritive substance, that is the point number 4. After that, my dear students, that is point number 5, that is cytoskeleton absent in the meristematic tissue. So here I am writing absent. As my dear student, we know that cytoskeletons provide framework to the cell, but this tissue is the dividing tissue, so there is no need of the framework, so cytoskeleton absent. Now my dear student, that is the point number 6. Here you can see the vacuole is also not present. Vacuole absent. Okay, as you know that the vacuole is important characteristic in the case of the plant, but here vacuole is absent, vacuole is not present. When in the later phase, when the cell elongate, at that time the vacuole will be formed and the vacuoles also elongate. So these are the 6 characteristics of the meristematic tissue. I hope you understand, my dear student. Now this meristematic tissue is present at root tip or the shoot tip. Now I am here to make the diagram of the root tip first. So here I am discussing or making the diagram of root tip. My dear student, this root tip arises from the radicle. So that is point number 1. And my dear student, you can see that these are the structure of the root tip. Okay, so here you can see that this root tip is covered. This root structure is covered by one thimble or cap like structure which is known as root cap. So I am drawing the structure of the root cap here. So you can see that here there is a present of the thimble or cap like structure which is known as root cap. It is thimble or cap like structure for protection. Now my dear student, here you can see that at the tip you can see many active tissue are present. So I am drawing the picture of the active tissue at the tip which is known as meristematic tissue. So here you can see that I am making the meristematic tissue by the help of the red marker. So these tissue are very active and it is known as meristematic tissue. And this help in division, very active. Okay, after that my dear student, you can see that in the case here in the center of this meristematic tissue there is a present of quiescent which is not active but it will divide at the time of emergency. So here I am making one more tissue that is known as quiescent by the green color chalk, and this quiescent is not active but it will divide at the time of emergency. Divide at the time of need. Now my dear student, here you can see that these are the root cap, and this root cap is formed from one tissue, and that tissue is known as calyptrogen. So this root cap is present from the the tissue of the root, and the name of that tissue of the root is calyptrogen. Help in formation of root cap. Formation So my dear student, here I am saying that this all about the root tip. Root tip arises from the radicle. This is the picture of the root tip. You can see that the root cap is present, which is thimble or cap like structure for protection. After that, you can see at the tip there is a presence of meristematic tissue that I make by the help of the red marker. It is very active and it will help in the division. At the center of this meristematic tissue, that is by the green color marker, it is not active and it will divide at the time of the need. And this root cap which help in protection. So this root cap is formed from the tissue of the root tip, which is known as a calyptrogen. This all about the root tip. So here only the meristematic tissue is found. Okay, my dear student. Now my dear student, here I am moving to the another branch that is known as shoot tip. In the case we see that the root arises from the radical, so this shoot arises from the plumule. So here I am writing it will arise from plumule. Now my dear student, here you can see that this is the picture of the shoot tip. Okay, so here you can see that in this shoot tip there are many tissue are present, which is known as the meristematic tissue. These all are the meristematic tissue. After that, in the second step, you can see that this meristematic tissue will divide, my dear student, and it will divide and it will form some more tissue. So here you can see that it will divide and it will help in the formation of more tissue. So here I am making some more tissue. You can understand the things. After that, in this way, the more meristematic tissue is formed. Now we are coming to the final picture, final diagram of this shoot tip. So you will see that this is the structure of the shoot tip. Okay, here you can see that there is some tissue which is present at the center of the tip of the shoot tip. That tissue is known as apical meristematic tissue. So here it is known as apical meristematic tissue, and this apical meristematic tissue help in the increasing the height of the plant. It will help in increasing height. After that, some tissue are separated and moved to the other side. So this tissue is known as intercalary meristematic tissue. So here you can see some tissue are present at here, and from here the leaf primordium will arise. So here I am drawing the picture of it. So from here you can see that the leaf primordium will be arise. I am rubbing it, then I am drawing so that you can clearly understand the things. Here you can see the things, and here some more meristematic tissue which is separated to the other side. This tissue is known as intercalary, and from here the leaf primordium will be arise. So I am making the figure of the leaf primordium from here, and this tissue is known as intercalary. And this intercalary is responsible for node or the internode. Intercalary. I am writing it here. Intercalary. And this intercalary meristematic tissue is responsible for the node as well as internode. And it is important characteristic of dicot plant. Okay, sorry student, it is important characteristic of the monocot. Intercalary, important characteristic of monocot. Now my dear student, here you can see that between these two meristematic tissue, there is a presence of many permanent tissue are there. Here the many permanent tissue are present, which I show by the help of the green color chalk. Okay, so these all are the permanent tissue. Now my dear student, some meristematic tissue is moving to the lateral side. Here I am drawing the picture. So some meristematic tissue move to the lateral side here in this side, and it will help in increasing the thickness of the plant, and this tissue is known as lateral tissue. So these all are the lateral tissue. Meristematic, which help in increasing the thickness of the plant. Okay, my dear student, it will help in increasing the thickness of the plant. Now, my dear student, this apical and intercalary form at the primitive stage, form at the early stage, so it is known as primary meristematic tissue. So here I am writing one more point, that apical plus intercalary form at the primitive stage, so it is known as primary meristematic tissue. After that, this lateral will form at the later phase, so it is known as secondary meristematic tissue. So lateral. So here I am writing that lateral is known as secondary meristematic tissue. Okay, so on the basis of the formation, meristematic tissue will be divided into two categories, that is apical and intercalary is togetherly known as primary meristematic tissue, and the lateral is secondary meristematic tissue. So this all about the meristematic tissue. Now again, student, my dear student, I am doing quick revision so that you can understand the concept. I am talking that meristematic tissue. So this tissue have several characteristics. So I am talking each and every characteristic one by one. Number one is continuously dividing. It will divide and continuously divide to form permanent tissue by the process known as differentiation. Second point, that it consists primary cell wall, and this primary cell wall is flexible and it will help in the cell division. Point number 3 is nucleus prominent, so that the cell division will take place in easy way. After that, the fourth point is dense cytoplasm with nutritive substance, so that the new tissue will get that nutritive substance from the dense cytoplasm. After that, the point number 5, cytoskeleton absent. Cytoskeleton basically provide framework to the cell. So here in this case it is not present because it is a dividing tissue. Now the vacuole also absent. You know that the vacuole is the important characteristic of plant, but here it is not present, and when the cell will divide and it will elongate, at that time the vacuoles will be formed and it will also elongate. So these are the 6 important peculiar property of the meristematic tissue, dividing tissue. After that, as I already speak that it is formed from the root or the shoot, you can find this tissue in the root or shoot. So I am speaking about the root tip. So this root arises from the radicle. So I am making the picture of the root. So this will be protected by one thimble or cap like structure, which is known as root cap. At the tip, which you see in the red color, is known as meristematic tissue, and this tissue is very active and it will help in the division. At the center of this tissue, that is by green color chalk, is quiescent, which is not active, but it will divide at the time of need. After that, student, this root cap is also formed from the root, and the tissue which help in the formation of the root cap is known as calyptrogen. So my dear student, root tip you understand. Now we are moving to the shoot tip. Shoot tip formed from the plumule. After that, here you can see there is mesenteric tissue, and in the second stage this mesenteric tissue divide and it will form more mesenteric tissue, which I show by the red marker. After that, some mesenteric tissue are present at the tip, which is known as the apical mesenteric tissue, and it will help in increasing the height of the plant. After that, the second one, it will move to the other side of the plant and it will help in the formation of the leaf primordial. This tissue is known as intercalary and it is responsible for node and internode. And this tissue is important characteristic of monocot. After that, you can see that between these two, between apical and intercalary, there is many tissue are present, and this I show by the green marker, which is known as permanent tissue. After that, some tissue move to the lateral side, and this lateral side tissue is known as the lateral mesenteric tissue, and it will help in increasing the height of the plant. Apical and intercalary form at the primitive stage, so it is known as primary mesenteric tissue. But the lateral will form at the later phase, so it is known as a secondary mesenteric tissue. This all about the this tissue, that is dividing tissue. I hope my dear student you understand the concept. Take care. Bye bye.